Good evening, cadre. CBLindsay here, sporting a month-long beard. It's the end of No Shave November. Today is December 2nd, Sunday, December 2nd, which marks, I think, a full month since the last time I shaved this part. Kind of decent amount of growth, more than I expected. Haven't gone this far before. What I'm going to do today, though, is a little bit different in that I'm going to try something to remove all this that I've not done before. I've helped somebody else do it before, but not myself. I'm going to be removing as much as what I can with a hatchet, a Colman hatchet. I did do some modifications to it so that it looks a little bit different, thinned it out, honed it up some. I ended up actually having to do a lot of freehand honing because I couldn't get the angles right the way I wanted to. So there's going to be a little bit of that. I also have a knife that Sfiele, member of the cadre, made. And he did some grinding on this. And I think that's actually sharp enough to maybe do some of the touch-up that I'm going to need to do. The plan here is, because I'm getting ready to leave for my anniversary week, 25th anniversary, I really don't want to go into this with major facial injury. So I'm going to do what I can, and if I can't get it done right, I'm going to go to the WEC. I'll probably only do 2 passes because I will do regular shaving tomorrow. Now I usually wear a mustache and goatee, so I'm going to have to trim and do that, something I haven't done before with an axe anyway. So I'll be cutting up the sideburns, cutting around the goatee. I'll do a little bit of prep here, get myself ready. We'll pause the camera while I do a little bit of soaking, so we don't need to see the hot towel. And then I will also use a shaver trimmers to kind of edge so I know where it is I need to go. I don't really want to lose this. I wear goatee all the time. So we'll get started with that. Today's soap is going to be Williams Tonsorial smushed with a little bit of DR Harris Marlboro. The brush, we're going to see if we can do anyway, if I can get enough lather with it. It's a new boar brush made by one of our own members, Eric Sorrentino Brushes. It's beautiful. I won this in a piff, so we're going to see if I can get that to make enough lather for me. I'm not a boar brush user normally, so we'll see if I can do that. But we're going to start with just a regular lather. Get this beard soaking because I haven't taken a shower yet, so I need to do a real prep. Now I have kept up touching up the neck, so I've lathered every day. This is a fantastic brush. I have a feeling this will work just fine. So we're going to let that sit a bit. See if we can get these edges trimmed up a bit first. All right. That's about right. Oh, we're a little bit high on one side, aren't we? Not too bad. We'll have to clean those up, I think. So, get this rubbed in. I'll do a little bit of hot towel, and we'll be back to get working on the proper shave here. Okay, we've done a hot towel, and I've done a little bit of clippers around here so we can get a picture of where I'm going to trim, so you can see just a little bit of edging. I've got these cleaned up. Looks pretty good, decent enough anyway. So we're going to go ahead and lather up. Now I'm not too positive about this axe. Like I say, last time I did an axe, I had a lot more time to work on it. This time I really just did a lot of grinding on belt sander and a little bit of diamond plate. Then I used my dry hones, my vintage dry hones, and finished with a little arc, hard arc. Again, kind of all freehand. Now you might be wondering why it is I didn't decide to use one of my own CBL soaps. Major reason was I really like the vintage Williams, and I just thought it was fitting. Tends to be pretty slick. Okay, we're going to leave that a little bit thicker. We're going to find the alum here. Get my hands alumed up. Because we'll have to figure this out as we go. Now for me, the neckline anyway, with the grain is kind of up, so I'm kind of going to split it into two pieces here, and we'll see how that works. I can tell you that's a little bit more painful there than I thought, so let's start somewhere else, huh? Got Chad doing the Bad Blade series. Maybe I should send him this one. developing a new technique as we go, called the Colman slide. My idea of leaving it a little thick is a little misguided. We need all the slickness we can get. There's a lot of metal sliding on my face here. All right. It just feels so precarious, like I'm gonna cut my throat. Well, if the goal was to go for rugged, I think I'm there. Let's see where we are. Looking good. We're going to try one more time down here. like Sean's knife comes to the rescue. Right. Well, I can tell you between the two, you want to get one of Sean's knives if you're planning on shaving. Don't have me hone up an axe. For what it's worth, Sean's working on some straight razors. He's busy right now, so I don't know where he is with it. But if he can do a straight razor that's purposely meant to shave, that's better than his knife, that this was a failure according to him, I'm buying one. Yeah, something about the tip of that feels a little bit dangerous to me. All right then. Well, I think we've got the rugged part done, so it's not too bad. I'm going to pause you for now, clean up a bit, see where I need to go, and we'll probably finish with the weck, unless this looks good enough for today. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, this is what I've just done, and it's by far not much more than socially acceptable shave here. 5 o'clock shadow, more or less. But I've had worse. Definitely not uncomfortable. Not the blades weren't as keen as you'd like, but they did the job. What I'm going to do is I've switched to a badger brush here, just because I had it out ready just in case, and I don't want to fight the boar. I'm just not a boar brush user. So we'll go ahead and just do 2 passes here. Make sure to square this up, which I think it actually was pretty good to begin with. This will leave me intact for tomorrow morning shave, which means that my anniversary I won't look all that bad. It's my 25th anniversary. We're going to Vegas. Gonna make it legal. That's a joke. Tell you, compared to the other two blades, this feels great. And it looks like I got a couple of blemishes, pimples of some sort there. I've been touching up my neck with the Aristocrat, loaded with a Bolzano blade. After doing that for about a month, I can affirm that the whack feels so much better. Like a night and day difference. All right. Right, you can kind of hear rub against the grain, but if you look at it, it looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it like this because I am going to shave again in the morning, and I want to be able to get a longer shave because I'm going to be out late. So, what we got here so far will do. Finish with a cold towel. A bit of alum. Kind of see the blemishes. Those could have been caused by the axe or the knife inflaming something, but it looks to me like it was there waiting. Right. Skin that hasn't seen the light of day for a month. Looks good. And and do some witch hazel here. So let's see, how do we look? Not too bad. Probably need to do a little bit of grooming in this, but it looks close anyway. And we'll call that quits. So, recapping, Sean's knife does better than my axe, which it should. Based on my calculations, this is approaching 20 degrees or more. It's plenty sharp. You know, I can shave with it, obviously, but it didn't do the job. Now, not as dramatic as it would have been had I come out looking like this straight off the axe, but I think we'll call it pretty good here. Put a little alcohol on these things so that they dry a bit better. Still learning to use this one, Eric. I like it. It's beautiful. So I'm going to figure it out. And I think that's all. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope, do hope, seriously, that Sean does eventually get to doing a straight razor, because if he can do one that's purposely meant to do, that does anywhere near what his knife did, we're good. And I think he hones those knives on a grinder, just freehand on a grinder. So, you know, that's a good thing. No Shave November, it's over. Maybe we'll do it again next year.